Welcome back. I'm playing Warhammer 40,000 Battlesector, and we're continuing on with our multiplayer matchup tips, and we are working on the Tyranid faction currently, and the next unit that we're going to discuss is the Exocrine. But before I get started with that, if you're enjoying these videos, please give my channel a like and subscribe to encourage me to post more content for you. Moving on to the Exocrine. So these are the heavy artillery units of the Tyranids. They are kind of difficult to use, I would say. They cost 170 points. They've got 100 health, or sorry, they've got 320 health, 1 action point. I kind of combined those all into one and I messed it all up no matter what area I was going for. 3 movement, 8 armor, and it has negative 30 evasion. So this guy cannot dodge any attacks if his life depends on it. It is the heavy support unit as well, so it starts with a bioplasmic cannon. This is the default weapon. It has 1 attack. It only does 67 to 90 ballistic damage with an armor piercing of 6. It has an optimal range of 7, a base accuracy of 80, and it causes the accuracy fall off to be 15 per tile. That's not optimal. The default weapon has no splash damage, and it only has an armor piercing of 6. So I really wish these guys would get buffed with their single attack, because where they shine is using their abilities, which we'll go through momentarily, but for the points it makes this one of the weakest artillery, because that means it only does like 40 to maybe 50 damage regularly against vehicles or super heavy armored units. And then it has a melee defense, which is 60 to 80, 1 attack, and it has 1 splash damage of 36 to 48 with an armor piercing of 6. So can do some damage if it's in melee, but definitely not how you want to be using this. But the way you get the most out of these units, and they only have 2 charges unless I think you get additional charges if you empower it, but I'll verify that here, is using the plasmic buildup. And so what this does is it sacrifices all the remaining movement points, and it makes a ranged attack dealing splash damage, and it hits all units within a squad. There's no cap as far as I'm aware, and with each movement that's spent it gets a plus 5% damage boost. It has a 2-turn cooldown. And then you can stack this with the symbiotic targeting, which gives you 10 ranged accuracy, 3 ranged stability, but in return it suffers 75% increased basic melee damage, and it gets additional accuracy bonuses by having the Synapse Warriors here. And then the other way you can use them, in addition to all these bonuses here, is if you bring gargoyles with you and you're fighting non-Necrons, because for whatever reason Necrons are apparently invulnerable to this ability here. It doesn't make sense to me why that occurs, but whatever. If you put the blinding venom on guys, it lowers the evasion by 10 additional points, so then it increases the chances of these guys hitting their big nuke shot, because really you're banking on these guys to get their points back for the cost, and the kind of cumbersome use of them is for you to nuke some high value targets with these plasmatic buildups. Like I said, I really feel like their basic attack needs to either have more armor piercing so it doesn't get nullified and has a slight increase to their damage, so it could be used also as an anti-vehicle, or if you could alternate between like a super high-powered shot that would be an anti-vehicle and versus and this is like an anti-infantry. But as of right now I feel like these guys are hard to get a lot of use out of, because there's only certain maps that it's good at, because with all the accuracy debuffs and penalties to any sort of obstacles, these guys' range can really fall off, which can definitely be a big frustration that people have with these. But if you keep guys together, you get all the synapses, then you can do some crazy things. But again, it's kind of hard to use these guys unless you're on an elevated position. I think there's a video with me playing against the orcs where I was able to do it on the Sororita's base there, the sanctuary, and I was able to get that middle area at the elevated position and launch a bunch of shots into his units and really mess up his knobs. But if you're playing a map like the bridges, the guys that come directly at you, great, you're gonna get hits, but shooting across that bridge is an absolute nightmare. So let's see how this goes here. Maybe what I'll actually do is bring some gargoyles here too, just to kind of show the evasion. And let's see, we did Sororitas last time. I guess we're going to do some Chaos Demons. And the Imperial Ruins would not be a good map for these guys because you have to get all the way to the top. I think a much easier map would probably be the Hive Top, where you're meeting in the center here. So let's do that. And let's do something like this and that, and you guys can go here and do something like that. Actually, I could probably even move these guys back a little bit, and you can come here. Try to get you guys up as far as you can go here. You can come over here. Just move them up as far as we can go, I guess. And nothing's probably going to get over here, but... Oh, he's got the soul grinder. He's outranging me! He's supposed to be showing me some guys that I can nuke. Oh my gosh. Is it really going full skull cannon? Because this is going to be a terrible example of how to use these guys if they're really going full skull cannon here. Alright, here we go. Now we're starting to see some units. Alright, so... let's move you up here. Got a 56% chance to hit. Which is not great, but I think if I move you out of the way, that should help. Yeah, so now it's up to 80. So, what we'll do is start with this. Now it's up to 96. Let's get that going. Get everybody momentum. Come here. We'll nuke these bloodletters now with a 100% chance to hit. Bam. They're totally dead. Then what I can do is, if we empowered this, it does. It would get you 2 additional ammo. That's what I thought happened. So the unit sacrifices all of its remaining movement points. It makes a ranged attack dealing splash damage with an additional 15% damage and 1 armor piercing per movement point spent. And then if you were to empower the symbiotic targeting, it would increase your range stability by 20, accuracy by 20, range stability by 8, and it would make the debuff only 25% instead of 75%. But I don't know why you'd want to use that when you, in fact, most likely prefer to use the plasmatic buildup. That way you're able to keep getting more ammo for your big nukes there. But we'll just surge them, and you got a 100% chance to hit, so we'll start fighting that soul grinder. And let's bring these guys up to try to run interference. Bring this one down, see if we can take out another set of bloodletters here. So he's down to 78%, or up to 78%, I suppose I should say. Up to 91% chance to hit. So let's come here. Boom. Another one is totally taken out. I have no idea why one gave me enough momentum to get the amount of points that I needed and the other one didn't. That doesn't really make any sense to me, but that is in fact what seemed to happen here. And then the evasion thing, it works with any units. So let's just put this down here. now they're poisoned. So we'll move you back. And it was like 60 something, now it's up to 70. Alright, you got 90% chance to hit, so let's just smack them. Bring you back there. Let you heal yourself. Bring you over here. Oop, we gotta turn you. Oh, they're charging me. Alright, those guys are down. Alright, well, I guess let's just pop these guys out. Let you fire into these guys. I should have done that first. Let's go there and... I didn't... Oh wait, I spawned guys, that's why he only has the one. Like, I don't think I did enough damage there. I think I kind of screwed myself a little bit here. Alright, we gotta take out this Bloodmaster. Because I don't want him summoning guys on me. Got a 49% chance to hit. Bring it back here. Alright, 74% chance to hit here. $52. See, this is where it starts to become a problem. Is now, in order to get some hits, I gotta pull them so far away that it's difficult for my synapse creatures to give them bonuses. To their attack. So what I'll do is I'll move you here. I guess we're going to move you back this way so you can heal those guys. You can move up one. You can move up one. And we'll move you here. Yeah, they just really want to snipe you down. Yeah, see, that's what he should be doing, is attacking those guys. Because his little cannons can definitely mess these guys up pretty badly. Alright, and apparently that is the true rear attack area angle. Not that that would be totally obvious with how he's positioned here. Alright, let you attack here. Oh shit, I wasn't quick enough. I imagine he's probably going to do some charge attacks. Who hasn't attacked yet? You haven't attacked. Ah, so Blinding Venom does not work on these guys either. Good to know. Yeah, I was expecting that. But what I do want to do is let's empower this. Do that first. Alright, come here. Yeah, see, even fully empowered against, if you're trying to do an armor-piercing shot, it does 91 damage. So it just doesn't have enough oomph to it for what it should be. I mean, this should be like, I don't know. I feel like it should just be doing more damage than it does. It's definitely very good at its anti-infantry setup there, but alright, we'll let you charge over here. You can come over this way, try to lock him down. But the part that's ironic about it is it's like against vehicles, sometimes it's actually better to do their melee attack than it is to shoot them, even though they're meant to be ranged attackers. So, as you can see, definitely has a use, but I think it needs to I wish it would be buffed to be a little better against vehicles. But definitely if there's infantry that need to be nuked, these guys can do it. But then if you go to your single, if you don't have the plasma charge ready, then it's literally just one unit, one shot, and it doesn't matter if there's a lot of different squad members. So I think the default way could be is you either add some splash damage, even if it's like only the 3 on its main attack, so then when its plasma charge is on cooldown, it can do additional damage and maybe have a little more utility against other infantry squads, or you make its base damage a little bit higher, because I think what they're concerned is, oh, you're gonna one-shot kill a lot of different units with its ability using that plasma charge, but it should. That's because otherwise it just doesn't do enough, and then when it gets into melee, it can't protect itself very well. So I think it definitely needs a little bit of work against this on this map here. It definitely does well until they start to get into cover on the higher levels here. Then they can't get shots on either, but that is how you would use the Exocrine. Definitely with some strategic movement, you can definitely nuke some high values, like Seraphim with their Infernal Pistols, or Knobs if they've been fully kitted out, Flash Gets, all sorts of different units you can really mess out if they're open, Ludas, if they're out in the open, but against the single targets, especially if they've got armor, no bueno for sure. So thanks for watching. I hope you're enjoying these videos. If you are, please give my channel a like and subscribe. Encourage me to post more content for you. Have a great day.